What's up, guys? Charlie here. Welcome back to Conquering Kerbal Space Program. We've got 25 and a half-ish days or so until our Duna window. And we've got some guys stranded on the moon now. We have to do a rescue mission. So that's what this is. That's what I'm doing right now, anyway. Trying to get... Ooh, yeah, I think that'll be fine. That was pretty close. Trying to get to the moon here so that I can... rescue them. Looks like our periapsis is 364,000. We're gonna have to do something about that, but that will be in a little while. Let's do some time acceleration. Actually, what am I doing here? I haven't even shown you the vehicle yet. This is what we're driving right now. At least this is what's left. When I launched this, it was about 110,000. It was, oh man, so expensive to go rescue these guys. But I have two objectives in rescuing them, and so I kind of had to splurge a little bit on the money here. The first objective is to obviously get the Kerbals home safely, but the other objective is to also refuel the lander and get the lander. I haven't decided if I want the lander to be just next to the science facility or if I want the lander to come home too. I don't know yet, but I grabbed the lithobrake command pod so that I could hold some more Kerbals. We have Jebediah and Bill, both 1 stars, and they've been to Minmus before. Yep. Plant flag on Minmus, plant flag on Minmus. Land on Minmus. Yeah, Bill actually hasn't planted a flag on Minmus. I thought he had. Well, Bill might not get to 2-star today then. I don't know if Bill will get to 2-star, but Jebediah will definitely get to his 2-star pilot today. So that will be great. He'll be going to Duna with us, as will Bill, as will Bob and Jebdos, hopefully. Those are the two I want to bring back from the moon. Let's go ahead and time accelerate to the change of influence here. Those are the two people I want to bring back from the moon, is Bob and Jebdos. So now these guys will have flyby moon. Yep, that's cool. Maybe that's enough, flying by the moon, to get them to level up. I don't know. Whoa, I don't want to be time accelerating anymore, though. Okay, so got to look at the base here. Let's focus on the moon, if possible. Looks like we're kind of doing all right here. The base, though, unfortunately, is going to be on the dark side when we get there. That's no good. Probably have to do some time acceleration to fix that, but let's just go ahead and get ourselves into a nice steady orbit here. Probably want to have a little bit of distance just so I can time accelerate to the day side. So let's get us about, I think the cutoff is 50K. So let's get us down to 87 is probably pretty good. So that'll take 370 meters per second. Getting short on fuel here. Originally, the idea was to hopefully kill our lateral velocity and kind of start our ascent with this stage. I don't know if that's going to happen. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I had 2 sets of wings on this thing. I wanted to give it a shot because the first set of wings wasn't really working. I had a lot of boosters. So I added the second set of wings. It did kind of help, I guess, just enough to get me into orbit, I guess. So let's get ourselves turned around. I was going to just drop a rocket down next to the lander and refuel it, but I just don't think I have that ability. I'm not very good at that. Dropping something down right next to something is very, very difficult to do. I mean, I can get it probably within a couple hundred meters. I mean, that's something I can do. But in order to use these CCR2 ports, which on this vessel are right here and here, they're built into the command pod on this vessel. In order to use these CCR2 ports, you got to be within 20 meters. That's not happening. I'm not going to be able to do that. So this is designed to land like normal, like a rocket would land. And then we're going to tip ourselves over onto the wheels and then drive to the destination. Okay? And then once we get that done, once we're on our way to the destination and we're going to park ourselves next to it, we'll refuel the lander, get everything sorted out, get the right people inside the command pod, Then we're going to take this Space Y landing leg that's built into the bottom here, and we're going to extend this. And while it's extending, it's going to be tipping up our nose, right? It's going to tilt us upwards as it goes up. And the idea behind that is once we're about right way up, then I'll fire this engine, and we'll get the hell out of here. Now, I did not put any decouplers on this landing leg. Darn it. So we're not going to be able to balance it. This doesn't weigh that much, I don't think. I'm not able to see the weight, but I don't think it weighs that much. I didn't put any decouplers on that. But the idea is we're going to tilt ourselves up, push our engines, get ourselves on our way up, and then once we're like, 1,000 kilometers in the air or something like that, we'll decouple these. Or 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 meters in the air. We'll decouple these, get these tanks off of here. And that's high enough to where these things should float up a little bit and then come down and explode, so there's no space junk. That's the idea anyway. I was also going to deliver some monopropellant to them as well, but I think I forgot. Did I forget the monopropellant? I mean, I have 40 in this command pod. I think I forgot the monopropellant, guys. Oh, wait, no I didn't. No, I didn't. I put it in these little tanks here. Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm home alone with my son. He's sleeping right now in the other room. Home alone with my son. My wife's on a business trip, so I haven't been getting much sleep, and totally forgot about that. So I have these little toroidal tanks on the bottom here. There's 2 of them each. There's 60 monopropellant in each one, and there's like 8 of them. So plenty of monopropellant for the lander. So if it wants to continue doing some science hopping, it will have adequate monopropellant to do so. It may not have adequate fuel, though. I'm hoping it has at least enough fuel to maybe do one more biome, but I don't know. Not going to count on that or anything. Ooh, here we go. This is an 18-second burn on the dark side of the moon. I'm not really sure. Yeah, well, there we go. That takes care of that. I always time accelerate past my nodes. It's just something that I do, guys. It's like, it's just, it's a statement of who I am, Time accelerate past the node every time. That's probably close enough. I can get us a little closer, but like, I don't really think it really matters. Let's get us to like, that's good. I want to stay above 50. I think that's the cutoff for time acceleration. So let's go ahead and get rid of that node. I think this will be all right. The only problem with our current inclination and stuff is that it puts me low enough to get the rendezvous with this, but it puts me low enough on the dark side, and I want to be on the light side. So maybe. Actually, you know what? I have field experience installed in this game. Field experience. It gives them. I think I've told you guys this before. It gives the Kerbals the experience right when they do the action that gives them the experience, instead of having to come back to the KSC to level up. But the requirement for that is that you have to reload the vessel in order for this to be calculated. So their experience is calculated on load. So what I can do here actually is quick save the game, quick saving, there you go, and then reload that quick save, and I bet they'll be leveled up. And what do you know? Yeah, so that worked. We have 2 stars, 2-star pilot, 2-star Bill, engineer. So that works pretty well, doesn't it? Okay, next pass. Next pass is what we're going to do it on. Here we go. Whoa, slow down. Wow. Well, maybe I'm not doing it. Maybe I'm not doing it this pass. Let's grab. I want to go retrograde. My gosh, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. Gotta hustle. Come on. Come on, Jebby. Come on, Jeb. I'm not sure I have enough time for you to miss the target, actually. Let's grab Mech Jeb. Mech Jeb's a little bit smarter than the regular Jeb. It also doesn't overshoot things quite so badly. Alright, so if I want to go straight down... Oh, crap. If I want to go straight down... I know I have to burn already. I'm just going to do it. Uh-huh. And that is going to do it for this stage. So let's get rid of it. Where's the target? There's the target right there. Okay. Let's fire this stage. Let's see where we are here. Yep, gotta go some more. Keep firing, keep firing. I'm thinking right about, like, maybe here? We call it good? Yeah, let's call it good here. Okay, so our orbit, wish I could get rid of that stupid thing. No target, and then set this as a target instead. No, it's still gonna show me that X, I don't want that. There it is. Okay, so, yeah, when we get about right over the target, I need to kill the rest of this relative velocity. Lateral velocity, however you want to call it. So let's go, let's go, let's go. We're coming down, we're coming down. Getting fairly close here. Alright, let's kill it now. Yeah. Okay, let's do surface retrograde. We got 1,630 meters per second remaining. Not coming in quite as close as I would have liked. Let's get the wheels pointed that direction. So at least they're like the right way. We also need our landing legs down. Oh, come on. Don't over-rotate. Yeah, we also need the landing legs down. Ooh, we're getting speed pretty quickly here. But I want this landing leg to go back up. There we go. No, 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 no. This one goes up. The rest of them stay down. There we go. Now let's start killing the speed. I'm coming in too fast. I do want to come a little bit closer to that thing too. Push myself that way a bit more. Okay. Working our way down, down, down. Nope. I want to keep my estimated burn time as close to the impact time as possible. Whoa! What was that? The flag blew up. Oh yeah. The flags are still blowing up around here. That's still happening. Still a thing. Okay, so my burn time is now pretty much right where my impact time is, so I like that. Let's kill the rest of this crazy speed. Face up. Prepare for landing. Whoa, we've got a really big slope here. Oh, no. No, stop, stop, stop. Crap. Went too far. Well, at least we're hopping in the right direction. I gotta kill this speed, though. Come on. Straight down. Oh. Come on. No. Come on. Yep. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was a bit dangerous. That was a bit dangerous, but we did it. Oh, we are on the surface with this weird thingy-majig. I can activate the motors and stuff now. I get the steering. I don't know why the steering's inverted. That's weird. Steering. Enabled, motor enabled. Let's turn the brakes up on the back legs. Motor, steering, not inverted. Weird that they're all inverted. I don't remember doing that, but I guess it's possible I did. Brakes are all the way up, good. Okay, so now we need to get ourselves pointed. We are less than a kilometer away from the target. Very cool, and it looks like it's all downhill, which is also very cool. Okay, so we need to get ourselves tilted towards, let's watch my engine here. Looks like I want to go that direction, okay? So we are going to lift the landing legs. Here we go. Lift the landing legs, turn RCS on, and control our descent. Control it, control it, control it, and touchdown nice and gently. Awesome. Woohoo! We are on the surface of the moon with our little car thingamajig. And we've got 559 meters per second of delta V left in the engine. Now I know that sounds like I can't get home, because I said I need over 1,000, but this is 559 with all these tanks. And these tanks are all full of fuel, and it's inaccessible, unusable fuel. Once I get rid of these, wow, I'm really starting to accelerate here. Let's turn the brakes on. I don't want to go too fast on the moon. Well, even with the brakes on, it's still not working. Okay, let's see if I can turn a bit. Let's kind of zigzag it. Create some extra friction. There we go. The faster I go, the harder it's going to be to stop. And that's not just saying like, because it takes longer to stop when you're going faster, like it does on Earth, but the amount of kinetic energy I have, it's not really kinetic energy so much as it's like really low gravity. So as I'm going farther that way, I'm also weighing less downward, and I need to weigh as much as possible for these legs to stop me. But not too much to where the wheels break, which I honestly had no idea if this was going to be too heavy for the wheels. These are rover wheels. This isn't exactly a rover. At least it's not exactly the size of a rover. Certainly not the rover that was intended to be used with these wheels. But, it works. It's fine. Now, I don't know what side the CCR2 port is on. It doesn't look like it's this side. Actually, it should be this side. It should be on the back. This is the back. I thought I put it on the back. Maybe not. Put it on the side? Where in the world did I put that port? Right, there it is. I think I see it. Is that it? I think that's it right there. Let's turn this thing around. And we'll go up the hill a bit. Oh, maybe I can't. Too heavy for the hill? This might be close enough anyway. Pushing myself up. Oh, come on. This might be close enough. Yeah, that's definitely the port right there. Okay. Oh, man. You know what, though? I feel like I need to actually be sideways because I think the front end of my craft is going to be in the way. Let's retract these panels. And we'll stop right here. Can we come to a complete stop without falling down the hill or rolling down the hill? Looks like it. Now, am I going to be able to get all the way up there from here? That was an oversight in the design. I should have put that maybe on the side here. Well, it is what it is. Let's EVA. EVA from the top. Okay. We'll get Bill over here. Whoop, whoop. Come on, Bill. There we go. We'll link this up. There we go. It works. That will do. So we need to get the fuel from this into this. Or fuel from this into this, yeah. So I'll just right click this. Hold the Alt key and right click this. And say in. In goes the fuel. You can see our camera moving. When these two are connected like this, it's considered one craft. And so the camera will always focus on the center of mass. In. Just drain it from all the tanks at once. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Okay, so all the fuel's going into the tank. The middle tank is getting full. Okay. Now we've got a little bit of fuel left over, and I want to kind of get it balanced. So I'm gonna take, let's take this tank, this tank, this tank. Oh, come on, camera. Don't do that to me. Don't do it. Let's try it this way. Let's go this tank. All right, I got it. We're gonna take all the fuel. I don't want to like right click through all these things. All this fuel here. We'll dump it into this tank. So all the fuel that's left is gonna go into this one tank. Okay, so it's all here now. Now I'm gonna click this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I want it balanced between all these tanks. So rather than saying in on all of these, I'm gonna say out on this one, and it should put them equally. It should distribute it equally amongst all tanks. That's the idea anyway. Okay, so that takes care of our refueling for liquid fuel, but we still need to get monopropellant. So I think what I'm going to do there is I'm going to right click these 4 tanks here, I guess, and then I'm going to click this thing on the back. Let's start with this one. In. Also, I need to do it to the command pod as well. So we'll do in on this one. Oh, it's going to take it out of this one now too. Well, let's get rid of... Well, that's what happens when you have to juggle a bunch of tanks. Let's actually get all of these. Almost all of them. Can I get that one? Yeah, I did. Okay, we'll grab this one in the back and say in. So we'll fill up that one. Oh, why is it... Oh, the camera, man. As soon as the camera glitches and the game glitches, it resets my selection. It's this one down here that's got all of it in it. Good. So now we'll take and put fuel into these tanks. So I need 30 more in there. These are equal already. Cool. So I'll just go out on this and we'll fill them up equally. And then that should pretty much do it for our refueling mission. Yeah. Worked out well, I think. Worked out very well. Let's get a screenshot right here. This is what I want my screenshot to be, right there. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so we should have nothing in any of these tanks now. All of these are completely empty. And yep. And yeah, there they are. They're empty, I know it. The monopropellant that's in this bin here. Do we need to put any more in? I want this thing full, to be honest. So I think yes. I think yes. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna take the monopropellant that's in the lander's crew cabin here, and I'm gonna say out here. And we're gonna make sure that this is fully stocked, because we don't need monopropellant as badly in this, or really hardly at all in this, as this does, comparatively as this does. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much going to take care of it. Let's go ahead and get our engineer to undock unlink this connection here. If I can click on it. There we go. Unlink. There we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the science facility. Every time I load the science facility to check in on it, these things shift around from the jarring of the physics of it coming into the scene. So they just kind of keep moving around a little bit, but that's alright. It's just junk. We had a bunch of junk next to our Minmus one too, so it's pretty much still in character. 115 science is in here. We can transmit that. These guys are producing 17.3 per day. Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move some of the staff around. And actually, I'm gonna be leaving this pod with just her. Ooh, just her in here? Wonder what kind of science output she can generate from that. I mean, she'll be able to stay here longer. Actually, you know what? Once she's done, she's gonna work alone. Once that pod over there is done getting the next two biomes, they'll come over, and there's another scientist over there. They'll join her here. So that's not gonna be too bad. I think it'll be all right. I would have liked to hook up the lander to this port to have these things connected, but it's just not gonna happen. The engineer's not gonna get over here, so. Okay, so that's the transmission of the science. While we're here, I suppose we could review the data. 714 out of 750, so we have enough room for, what, 30, almost 36. So anything that's like 35 and below, I should just add in here. Oops, didn't even look at that one. I'm just gonna assume it was too high. 84, 34, look at that. It's perfect. So we'll add that to the lab. I'll just keep cycling through these. So many things to add. It's just nuts how much science you can get. It's crazy. And we have so many biomes to go even. It's just nuts. There's so much science on the moon, so much. Okay, so Bob, you're first. Let's go EVA, buddy. How much resources do you have? Full EVA propellant, nice. Let's go ahead and just get you down. And you've made this trip before, young sir. You have made this trip before. You understand how it works. Where is it? It's over there. You know how this is done, Bob. So, do it big. Off we go. Bob is once again going to EVA all the way over. Yeah, that's going to do it. So we'll start killing our lateral velocity soon. But look, it took exactly half to get us like where we want to be, and then we're gonna spend the other half to slow ourselves down and land. It's pretty much right on. If we were another 5 kilometers away, 4, maybe even 1, this would not be nearly as convenient to do. Start killing our lateral velocity here. It says it got impact in 23 seconds. That's also a little bit worrisome, I guess you could say. But I'm getting to the point now where I can influence, like going up. I can stop this descent. Physics? Physics. Whenever you hear me say physics, it means that the video, the game, is skipping and glitching because it's trying to calculate the physics of like having a bunch of parts around. When you enter the sphere of influence, or not the sphere of influence, but when you enter into the area where like another craft is, or in this case 2, the game starts to try and consider more for physics. It kind of loads it off the rails, if you will. Because otherwise these things are just off in the distance You know, the game's just going to interpret them as sitting in a location. It doesn't really care about the physics. But when you get close to it, then the physics matter. So it starts to calculate it, and as a result, you tend to get little skips in the game. Look at that. Pretty much right on in terms of our EVA propellant use, although I am much, much more controlled this time than I was the last time I had Bob out on EVA. I kind of learned my lesson from the Jebdos trip. Okay, don't hit the solar panels. Touchdown, nice and safe. With 0 left, look at that. Used every little bit of it. It's all gone. Not sure why I had to climb, but all right. Let's grab that and board. Okay, back at Moon Science 1 ship. This thing is now only doing 9 science per day instead of 17. Taking Bob out, huge hit to the performance of this unit, but that's okay. It's what it's going to have to be. I need Jebdos and Bob to go to Duna. I want 3-star scientists. I'm super pumped about this. Jebdos, you're in, man. Oh, hello. You're up, man. Drop you down to the ground. You've made this trip before, right? I think he has. Yeah, wasn't he the guy I had with me on the lander? No, Bob was the one in the lander. Yeah, Jebdos has never made this trip. Jebdos was in here the whole time anyway. Okay, let's go. Off we go. Same thing as we did before. Whoa, it says impact in 19 seconds. Damn. That was, maybe the time acceleration was a bit of a risk, I think. It's alright, we'll slow ourselves down here. Maybe I went a little too far this time, which is going to really kind of tick me off, but... Physics. Slow ourselves down. Uh-oh, yep, we're going to have to slow down. Going too fast. Definitely didn't do this one very well. Going too fast. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. Oh, shit. Pull up. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Up, 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 up. No, Jebdos. Go up, man, go up. Oh my gosh. Jebdos, seriously, man, you like to live dangerously or what? Come on, you gotta hit the brakes, man. Hit the brakes. Oh man, Jebdos. Rockstar, man. Frickin' rockstar. Alright, well, we have 1 kilometer to go, but we can still use our EVA. We can still use our EVA suit a little bit here. So let's go just a little bit. Just gonna kind of keep your altitude up. Let the speed carry, but just keep the altitude. Going downhill, so should be pretty easy to keep yourself up a little bit. And then when I get down to about maybe like 0.5 units or something, or 0.05 units of EVA propellant, I'll just kill the lateral velocity and land. Then I'll walk the rest of the way. That was definitely not done as efficiently. Definitely not. He's a rookie though, you know? Jebdos has never done this before. Yeah, I'll just tell myself that. Okay, let's kill the lateral. Oh, well, at least it was a fairly safe landing. It wasn't that big of a deal. 5 seconds, 5 meters per second is nothing. That would be the end of our monopropellant. Okay, guys. I guess I'll see you when I get there. And it's me with post-commentary now. For whatever reason, I didn't actually turn my recorder on in time. And when I did, my microphone was muted. Yeah, so none of my talking actually happened. I don't know. I get all sorts of messed up with work schedules and just overall my son being sick and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so this little launch here, we have Jebdos in the pod. Everything is all set, and we're getting ready to leave the moon. I'm just going to pin this window here to extend the space-Y leg. That's going to pop our nose up into the air and let us fire our engines upwards instead of into the ground. And we release, and then we get rid of all those extra weight, all those extra tanks. that ends up getting us about somewhere along the lines of 850 delta V, which, as you know, at least from the numbers I've been reading off anyway, I don't know why Kerbal Engineer wasn't open. That's weird. I even have the window over there. Like, I could easily just say Show Engineer. I don't know. Anyway, so I ended up having a little bit less delta V than I wanted. And as a result, we are going to need to now go and rescue the rescue pod. That's right. We need to go and refuel the refueling pod just to allow it to get home and get our Kerbals home. But luckily, we'll be able to do it from orbit now, since I did have enough to get myself into a fairly good and stable and round orbit. So it won't be as difficult to connect to this ship and refuel it as it was to connect one on the surface. It'll be a fairly straightforward thing like I've done a couple of times already, so not a big deal. I am going to start using docking ports, I think, rather than the CCR2 ports. As much as I like the CCR2 and it's kind of nifty to kind of go and do things on EVA, I feel like at this point docking is going to just be a better convenience. So I probably will start doing that. As you can see here, I'm trying to create a maneuver node and checking the delta V requirements for those maneuvers, and it's just not gonna work. I'm fiddling with things, and it's like, yeah, I can get this, and it's like 150 or so, and I can probably do it, but even if I leave the moon sphere of influence, I can't get close enough to Kerbin. So notice the Kerbin periapsis is not within the atmosphere. So I'll end up using all of my fuel, and then I'll be in a big elliptical or in a big eccentric Kerbin orbit, just stranded in space. And I can't have that. So rather than leaving the moon sphere of influence, which I do have, and there it goes, finally getting Kerbal Engineer open, rather than burning that and saying, okay, cool, I can get out of the moon sphere of influence, I will not be able to really do anything with Kerbin once I do. So we are going to just kind of stick around in this orbit. We're going to stick around the moon, and we're going to have to go and get a refueling rig out to this. So that's going to be next.